Hello friends. In this video we will look at breakup not as an end to life, but rather as a dramatic transition to something new. For better or for worse, let's find out together in this video. It is important for you to understand that a breakup is a process of growth and self-discovery. After parting ways with an ex-partner, your weaknesses become more apparent, which can lead to feelings of pain. Next, you should understand that any addiction is a way to cope with something that is weak and, in a sense, underdeveloped within you. For example, if someone cannot feel calm on their own and has a fear of being alone, they may seek out a partner in order to feel more comfortable. They may find peace and avoid the fear of being left behind. If you are feeling hopeless, desperate, lonely, or inferior, it may mean that you need someone else to help you change these feelings. This is what I call a crutch that you used during a relationship without realizing your own weaknesses. However, now that you are without this crutch, you may feel these weaknesses more strongly. It is important to identify what it is that you lack, or more precisely, what your previous partner provided for you and what you depended on them for. Another example. Someone may be sullen, but their partner is cheerful. Someone may be closed off, but their partner is open and sociable. Someone might be overly emotional or anxious, while their partner is calm, and this creates a balance. In a relationship, we seek out the right person who complements us in some way. At first glance, there seems to be nothing wrong with this. However, there is. It is actually quite problematic. Why is that? Because it is unfair to your partner to find someone who fills in the gaps in your personality and character that you share with family and friends. Many people rely on these crutches to live comfortably in a relationship if they can agree on things. However, it is still an addiction to using crutches, perhaps love, but there is something wrong with such a relationship. Also, it is advisable to accept that your entire life is a game, and what has happened to you so far is written in the script of this game. If you believe in reincarnation, you can imagine that before coming to Earth, you agreed with an ex-loved one to have a scenario in which there would be a separation. If you are Christian or Muslim, you might not accept the idea that life is a game. However, look closely, everything that is happening to you right now is just one stage of the game called life. There are roles and we play various scenarios in this game. Of course, some people might argue that games should be fun like sports or board games. However, it's you who are experiencing everything that's happening through the lens of your life experiences and painful memories. Because of this, you might find the current game unpleasant. This situation could be beneficial for your growth. For instance, it can help you become stronger, more independent, and more self-reliant. You can learn to rely on yourself instead of relying on others for support. And instead of seeking another person to lean on, you can find a partner who will love you unconditionally. Rather than entering into a relationship where one person is necessarily weaker and the other stronger with strict expectations for each other. Yes, it's a game. A game is not always about lying. It's not to be confused with theater. Remember the times when you interact with family, friends, colleagues, clients, or students. You play different roles: daughter, mom, dad, director, subordinate, friend, buyer, and so on. These roles are not mixed up. The game is about interactions and role-playing. Your behavior as a husband or wife is different from your role as father or mother. For example, you act differently with an ex-lover than with your children. I understand this concept may be new to you, but it's something psychologists have already done for us. I believe this is a convenient concept, and it is now even profitable for you. Your weak roles have manifested themselves in the form of anxiety, sadness, and general mental pain. There are roles for these experiences, and we will discuss them later. Returning to the topic of breakups, I would like to point out that you may be responsible for this, perhaps directly or indirectly. For example, someone may not have been meeting their partner's needs, and they decided to find a place where those needs would be met. Or they may have simply decided not to continue the relationship regardless of whether something specific was the reason for the breakup. Who creates the scenario of a breakup? Both partners play a role in it. You will have to consider your own situation. The relationship, like a car before it crashes into a pole, builds up speed gradually and perhaps even sharply. Some people step on the gas while others step on the brakes or add even more speed to the situation. In essence, you both write the script for the relationship that leads to the breakup. I am referring to a common pattern that often leads to breakups. You simply need to understand that you are the screenwriter of your life, and sometimes the co-writer with another person. Learning to accept your situation is important. As most people do when they experience pain, they seek to get rid of it as quickly as possible without considering the underlying causes. This is a common human weakness. However, you have the ability to overcome this weakness and replace it with strength. I will provide you with techniques to help you do so when faced with the pain of a breakup or other difficult situation. By and large, I understand that I can be a crutch for you at times, but it is only temporary. I aim to help you get back on your feet as soon as possible, and I will not be a burden. I will not act as a psychologist for the next few months. Personally, I advocate for a fast and effective approach. I want to emphasize that if you rely too much on others or external factors, you may be looking for a crutch instead of relying on your own inner strength. It can seem like you lack the resources and energy, but in reality, you simply don't know yourself well enough. By watching the videos I will share, you can learn how to overcome the pain of a breakup and turn it into a breakthrough. If you want to stay up to date with my content, please subscribe to my channel.